Well, I remember arguing with a Jamaican scammer a couple of years back while I was trying to inform them that, yo, my bros, you don't want to get shankle manuncle and put on a private jet and sent to the US up in a Colorado somewhere in the winter because they are coming to extradite you guys. One of them tell me, say, shut him out, boy. Hey, SouFlo, you must think, say, a little money man a chop down ya. And to be honest, at the time I thought, Jamaican scammers making money, them can't be making that much money. Me rotted. Fast forward to today. Welcome back to SouFLoTV. Again, everybody, it is your host with the most. Scammer them there. What happened to that artist anyways that sang that song? Scammer them there. Anyway, the scammers are here and it looks like they're here to stay, because boy, there's a whole lot of money that they are making. This isn't my words. These aren't my words. This is officially printed. Okay, the scammers stole more than 3.4 billion US or $3.4 billion from older Americans last year, says FBI reports. Now, so that's American dollars, right? Right. And of course, I don't think it's the Jamaican scammers alone that stole the whole 3.4 billion US dollars, but they are saying that the Jamaican scammers have a big chunk of that cake. So they're planning on squeezing Jamaica harder, turn Jamaica upside down and shake her out a little bit. When the big bully turn the little youth upside down and shake him by his ankle so his wallet drop out of him pocket and him spare change drop out and thing. That is what the FBI and others are planning for Jamaica, because they say that Jamaica has a huge stake in scamming the people them, and they have to protect the elder citizens of the United States of America. This article was printed today, this morning, in the Jamaica Gleaner that says it says the scammers stole more than 3.4 billion US dollars from older Americans last year, says the FBI report. Scammers stole more than $3.4 billion from older Americans last year, according to an FBI report that was released on Tuesday that shows a rise in the losses through increasingly sophisticated criminal tactics to trick the vulnerable into giving up their life savings. In other words, they're not quitting. And anytime the law puts some kind of measure in place, the scammer them find a way to go around that and to invent something new to get to the money. Now, the losses from scams reported by Americans over the age of 60, this is just the ones over the age of 60 last year, was up by 11% over the year before, according to the FBI's report. Investigators are warning of a rise in brazen schemes to drain bank accounts and involves sending couriers in person to collect cash or gold from the victims. Some almost just get caught up in one of this, and Shakira, she did sit down beside me, and once the phone call come in, she let out one big Westmoreland laugh. Because the woman said me win about $22 million. So I'm looking at Shakira and I'm saying to her, we are rich. This sounds real, because the information that the woman gave me, the number, she said, sir, we're calling from such and such agency, but I'm not the one that has all the information. I am here just to notify you that a check came to you, but because of the magnitude of the check, someone had to be there to pick it up at your address. And she sent me whole house address. And she said because no one was there to pick it up, it came back to us, and we are holding it as the last resort before we have to send it back to the person who wrote the check, the banking institution. Now, what you need to do is call this government agency and they will clear you for the check, and we will personally have that check delivered to you on a day and time that they will schedule with you. Everything sounds official. No kidding you. I'm not tell you, no lie. This just happened about a week ago, right? This is SouFLoTV. I'm real. I live out here too. So I'm telling my woman now, say, look now, this I don't know scam because I called the number to verify and it's a Jamaican, it's not a Jamaican. I called the number to verify and it is a government agency because that's how they answered the phone. And it checked out everything that she tell me if I go check out. Me go online, me look it up, me Google it, me everything, can me I make sure, you know. And guess what? Everything was checking out. They are listed online as a official government agency. When you call the person that answers like a government agent. And me I say, okay, so this is real. And plus, she's sending me to the post office. And she said, because of the magnitude of this check, you will need to go to the post office and declare blah, blah, blah. This is something that must be done. The government requires this so that you can file your taxes on the awarded money so the government gets their cut and so they know that this money didn't come to you through illegal means like money laundering, a drug deal or something like that. You have to account for how you get this amount of money in a one lump sum, right? And I'm thinking this has to be real because no scammer would want you to go through all that, even go to post office and go declare blah, blah, blah. Well, my friend, it turns out the next day, basically them call me and I knew something was off because it wasn't the government agency that called me. It was the first woman that called me that said she didn't have any of the information, but I needed to contact the government agency. So today now she called. She have all the information. Are you ready to go? I said, hold on. Am I ready to go? I haven't spoken to the people yet. They didn't call me yet. She says, oh, I already spoke to them. I have all the information you need. I said, okay, this not sound right. This not sound right at all. So me tell the woman, say, I live right next door to a police station, right? So give me all the information. I'm going to write it down and I'm going to take it over to the police station. I'm going to have them verify it. And if everything checks out, then I will go ahead down to the post office and I will declare what it is they said I'll need to declare, fill out that form so we can move forward with the process. The woman said, you don't need to go to the police office. I'm telling you, this is real. This is their life-changing money, blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, now this start to sound suspicious. This Shakira, she over there laugh. Me tell her, say, I scam for a long time. She got the video clips of it, by the way, so you know, say I'm not lying. And you can hear the people on the phone and everything. What I'm telling this story for is for you all to be aware because they are getting way more sophisticated with it. Right? And if somebody could almost catch a person like me, I'm a paro. I'm a super skeptical. And they almost caught me. I know they can catch one of you guys out there with your guard less down than I have mine's up. Now, according to the FBI paperwork in the US, they said it can be a devastating impact to these older Americans who lack the ability to go out and work and make money. You know what I mean? This is their life savings. A lot of them are sitting on their old and retired, these kind of things. Ain't nobody in a hurry to hire no 60, 75-year-old person. So this is money they have to live off of, take care of themselves, their health issues, etc. until they pass away from Earth, said Deputy Assistant Director James Barnacle of the FBI's Criminal Investigative Division. People lose all their money. Some people become destitute. People have lost their entire life savings. One man lost his entire life savings and left a note that said, if the money comes today, please use it to pay off all our debts, to his wife, because he had taken out a loan against their house. He had done up all their life savings, sent all the money to scammers, trying to get money back that he thought was supposed to be coming to him from them. And the man walked into his basement with a revolver and shot himself in the mouth, committed suicide, with a note that was left telling his wife, if the money comes today, that's the money from the scammers. If the money comes today, don't worry about burying me in a fancy funeral. Use the money to pay off all our debts, and I'm sorry. So some of them take it to heart, man, and go kill themselves, right? Now, The FBI said they received more than 100,000 complaints by victims of scams over the age of 60 last year. This is not for every age group. This is just over the age of 60, which tells them that they are targeting elderly people. 60 and up is the target range. And they had over 100,000 of those last year, with nearly 6,000 of them losing more than $100,000. Scammer them there. Them a chop some serious money for real. Just do the maths. It follows a sharp rise. It follows a very sharp rise in reported losses by older Americans in the 2 years after the 2020 coronavirus pandemic, when people were stuck at home, locked inside, and easier for scammers to reach them over the phone, right? Everybody did lock up in a them house. Some people were just dying for some other human interaction, so them answer the phone every time the phone ring. Plus, you were not busy because a lot of people were laid off, or we had to stay in place and these kind of things. The most commonly reported fraud among older adults last year was tech support scams. Listen to this one. In the tech support scams, in which criminals pose over the phone as technical people or consumer service representatives. In one such scam, authorities say this is the rising popularity one. This is the one that is taking off. Criminals impersonate technology, banking, and government officials to convince victims that foreign hackers have infiltrated their bank account and instruct them that they need to protect their money and they should move their money to a new account ASAP. One secretly controlled by the scammers. So as you move all your money in it, the scammers them just swipe it, right? Federal investigators saw an uptick between May and December of last year of scammers using live couriers to take money from victims who were duped into believing that their account had been compromised, according to the FBI. An elderly man just went through that in the United States of America. And of course, this story has the black woman, white man shooter dynamic to it. So it was pretty alarming. However, both individuals allegedly were contacted by a scammer. One person contacted the old white man at his house and told him that one of his family members had been locked up and he needed to post this amount of money to get them out of lockup. And then another person called and said, listen, we don't really have nobody for you in lockup. It's all about the money, blah, blah, blah. So we're sending somebody over there right now to get that money from you that we just told you. Put the money in a package and send it. A Uber driver woman was sent to go pick up a package, a courier package, and she didn't know that that's the house she was going to, where the man was on the phone with the scammers telling him that he better have the package ready, else they're going to kill his family and his wife and all this other stuff. So when the woman walked up to the house, the old man jumped out with a gun. He walked her across his driveway, he shot her multiple times and killed her. So the scamming thing caused all kind of something, right? They said in these cases, scammers tell victims that their bank account had been hacked, and then the victim gets scared. The scammer says, move your account to a new account, and that new account is secretly controlled by them. Once you move your money there, they just swipe everything. Now, with that part being said, a lot of the fraud schemes are asking victims to send money through wire transfer or a cryptocurrency transfer. Now, when the victim is reluctant to do that, they've been given an alternative. And the FBI agent said that alternative, so the bad guy will use courier service. Earlier this month, this is the story I was telling you about, the 81-year-old Ohio man fatally shot the Uber driver woman he thought was trying to rob him after receiving that same scam phone call. The man the poor woman was not a part of it, didn't know what the hell was going on. She just took a job and went to go pick up a package and died. Now, the man had been receiving calls from someone pretending to be an officer from the local courts who demanded money. Then the Uber driver had been told to receive a package from the man's home, and a request authorizing says was possibly made by the same scam caller or an accomplice of that scam caller. So they're being very organized, my friend. The staggering losses to older Americans is what concerns law enforcement agents in the United States of America because they don't have a handle on this thing yet. Now, older Americans are likely undercut. Only about half of the more than 880,000 complaints reported to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center last year included information of the age of the victims. I'll say that again. Only about half of the more than 880,000 complaints that were reported to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center last year included information on the age of the victim. So they're not really sure what age group is, but they know for a fact that they have over 60,000 that were they have over 100,000 complaints by victims who were older than 60. And of those older than 60, over 6,000 of those people had lost over $100,000 already to scamming before the FBI intervened. So, again, scammer them there, wanna be careful out there now, because times I get rough, and listen, everybody is trying to get a dollar whichever way they can, and it's obvious that the scammer them not gonna stop. So you just got to be careful so you don't fall victim to. I hope this heightens somebody awareness and helps somebody to be put on game so you don't lose what you worked hard for. And I'll catch you on the next video. The next follow-up video to this will be talking about extradition out of Jamaica, because them have a list that is waiting and they are coming. Stay tuned. I'm out. Peace.